G'day, fugitive Australian journalist Shane Dowling from the website kangaroocourtofaustralia.com. Now, I've just published an article. The article title is Bruce Lehrmann's defamation lawyers could be jailed for their criminal conduct in the Ben Roberts-Smith case. Now, the article is going to cover numerous issues, including Bruce Lehrmann suing Channel 10 and News Corp for defamation, as well as journalists Lisa Wilkinson and Samantha Maiden. Now, Bruce Lehrmann I regard as being in a hell of a lot of trouble. I think the defamation cases are going to explode. But some of the things I'm going to cover in the article are other women went public with complaints against Bruce Lehrmann. They spoke to the media at least before he was charged back in February 2021, accusing Bruce Lehrmann of sexual assault and rape back then. So if the matter goes to a defamation hearing, those women might be called as witnesses. Bruce Lehrmann will obviously argue they can't give evidence, but the judge might allow them to give evidence. So that would be interesting and obviously very damaging to Bruce Lehrmann. And those women or other women could potentially decide to file criminal charges or institute civil proceedings against Bruce Lehrmann. Now, Brittany Higgins says she'll give evidence if someone files a truth defence. And so imagine that, Channel 10 or News Corp filing a truth defence. Brittany Higgins hops in the witness stand. That's going to force Bruce Lehrmann to hop in the witness stand. He'd probably try and avoid it if he could. But if Brittany Higgins hops in the witness stand, he's not going to be left with much choice. I'm sure the judge would make him. Otherwise, the judge would probably say, if you're not going to hop in the witness stand, I'm going to find it in favour of the Channel 10 and News Corp. Now, Channel 10 and News Corp also would be allowed discovery and interrogatories. Interrogatories is where they write questions to Bruce Lehrmann and he's got to answer them, sign off, certifying them as being true and correct. So in effect, signing off under oath. And they're the sorts of questions I have no doubt Bruce Lehrmann avoided answering by refusing to hop in the witness stand at his rape trial. So he's not going to want to answer any interrogatories, that's for sure. And any discovery might find emails or text messages that might be very embarrassing to Bruce Lehrmann, although, like I say in the article, he's probably burnt them like Ben Roberts-Smith burnt his laptop and USB sticks before the defamation trial he's instituted against Nine Entertainment. Now, Senator Linda Reynolds has also instituted defamation proceedings against Brittany Higgins' fiance and also a publisher and another journalist who published a book claiming that she's been defamed. Well, I don't think she can be defamed. She's got no shame. She's corrupt as and dodgy as, and I think that would be proven in any defamation matter where she tried to interfere in the rape trial. She was contacting Bruce Lehrmann's lawyers. She was trying to get transcript before she gave evidence. It was very, very dodgy conduct. She should be charged with criminal offences in attempting to pervert the course of justice. Now, the ACT government have set up an inquiry into the conduct of the ACT police, and also they can expand it to political interference if they want to, based on media reports. So that inquiry will potentially call someone like Linda Reynolds to give evidence, and that inquiry could potentially also look at the defamation claims. And if they do, that's going to be very embarrassing, potentially for Bruce Lehrmann and also Linda Reynolds. And any evidence they uncover might potentially be used in any defamation case. The elephant in the room is another matter which is rumoured to be afoot. And if the rumour is true, it has a suppression order. So I'm not going to discuss it too much now at all. But if it does turn out to be true, it's going to be a stick of dynamite, which could put a big bowling ball right through the claims of Linda Reynolds and Bruce Lehrmann. Now, I just want to finish off with a story in relation to Bruce Lehrmann's lawyers, Mark O'Brien Legal, who are also representing Ben Roberts-Smith, because I say in the title they could be jailed for their criminal conduct in the Ben Roberts-Smith matter. Well, I put links in previous articles I've written about that in the article I've just published today in relation to Bruce Lehrmann. So there's a lot of information there for you, but I just want to finish off with this story. Now, during the Ben Roberts-Smith defamation matter, Ben Roberts-Smith, via Kerry Stokes and Seven, paid for 4 or 5 witnesses it was to give evidence on behalf of Ben Roberts-Smith. Now, that got exposed that Seven West Media were paying for them. So as soon as they got exposed, the loan to pay for the lawyers, etc., was transferred over to Kerry Stokes and his private company. Because there's financial fraud on a massive scale, Seven should have never been paying for witnesses for Ben Roberts-Smith's defamation case, just straight out fraud. Seven shareholders have no interest in that. So 4 witnesses, they all gave a specific piece of evidence about an Afghan interpreter or soldier who did X, Y, Z. Now, it turns out that evidence was false. So the question's got to be, how did all 4 or 5 of them make that same false claim in their affidavits, in the evidence they gave in court? Well, obviously they colluded. Now, one of the witnesses was asked, when did you come across that Afghan soldier or interpreter, XYZ? When did you become first aware of them? They said, well, I never knew about them before until I spoke to Ben Roberts-Smith's lawyers, who are Mark O'Brien Legal. And somehow that evidence got into his affidavit. He said, I didn't read my affidavit before the trial, before the hearing, before I've given verbal evidence today. So that means Ben Roberts-Smith's lawyers have colluded with the lawyers that Seven West Media and Kerry Stokes are paying for this witness to put it in his affidavit. So that's why I'm saying that his Bruce Lehrmann's lawyers could end up in jail. That is absolute dynamite. Then you add in all the collusion, witness tampering and intimidation of witnesses and destruction of evidence. So Bruce Lehrmann hasn't chosen the best law firm in Australia to represent him. He's chosen a real dodgy law firm. So make sure you visit my website, kangaroocourtofaustralia.com, and read that article. There's going to be further information and links there, so you can click on all the links. There'll be the letter from the ACT Director of Public Prosecutions outlining the alleged corruption by the ACT police. You can click on that link and read that letter, etc., and I'll leave other information. And make sure you hit on the like and subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube, and please share this video on Facebook and Twitter, etc. And Kangaroo Court of Australia is independent media, so if you can support the website, YouTube channel, Facebook page and Twitter account on the Patreon account, there'll be a link just below the video on YouTube and also on the website, Kangaroo Court of Australia. That'd be greatly appreciated. Other than that, thank you for your time and have a good day.